The bar was roaring that night, thick with smoke, rough laughter, and the sharp clatter of glasses hitting worn wooden tables. It was the kind of place where noise swallowed kindness, where leather and tattoos spoke louder than manners, and where the people working behind the counter were often invisible. Emily was one of them. She moved quietly between tables, focused and composed, dressed in simple jeans and a white button-down shirt, her hair neatly tied back. She wasn't loud or flashy. She didn't demand attention. Most people barely noticed her at all. But behind her calm eyes and polite smile lived a history heavy with pain, sacrifice and strength. A story she never shared and no one ever asked about. That night, the mood shifted when a group of bikers stormed in. They were loud, aggressive, and careless with their presence, laughing too hard and pushing too far, feeding off the attention they forced from the room. Emily tried to stay invisible, keeping her head down and doing her job. But quiet people often become targets. One biker, tall and thick, built with tattooed arms and a mocking grin, decided to amuse himself. He insulted her, mocked her, tested her patience. When she refused to react, his ego snapped. In a moment meant to humiliate her, he grabbed her shirt and ripped it open in front of everyone. The bar gasped. Some laughed. But what followed silenced the room completely. Across Emily's chest was a tattoo, bold, unmistakable, the emblem of the United States Marine Corps. It wasn't decoration, it wasn't rebellion. It was history carved into her skin. The laughter died instantly. The biker froze, his hand trembling as realization hit him. The smirk drained from his face. Because in that moment, everyone understood something crucial. Emily wasn't just a waitress. She was a Marine. She stood there steady and unshaken, breathing calmly, eyes firm. She didn't shout. She didn't threaten. She didn't explain. She didn't need to. That tattoo carried stories of battlefields, of fallen friends, of fear faced head-on and survived. She had joined the Marines not for glory, but to escape poverty, to break free from a life that offered no mercy. The uniform shaped her, tested her, and left scars deeper than anyone in that bar could imagine. When she came home, she didn't talk about it. She didn't seek praise. She took small jobs, blended in, and tried to build a quiet life. The tattoo wasn't meant to be seen. It was something she carried for herself alone. But that night, it was revealed. The biker stumbled backward, his bravado collapsing under the weight of her unspoken past. Shame spread through the crowd. Men who had laughed now looked away, suddenly aware of how wrong they had been. Emily calmly pulled her torn shirt together, straightened herself, and returned to her work without a word. That silence was louder than any confrontation. From that day on, the bar changed. So did the way people saw her. She wasn't just the quiet waitress anymore. She was someone who commanded respect without asking for it. A warrior who carried her strength quietly. Word of the incident spread through town. Customers treated her differently. Some thanked her for her service. Others simply showed more respect. And still Emily never spoke about it. What no one saw were the battles she still fought alone, sleepless nights, memories that refused to fade, loneliness that settled deep inside her. The bar wasn't just a job, it was a way to keep moving, to stay grounded. And even with her own pain, she showed kindness, covering shifts, listening to others' troubles, helping those who had nothing. The biker who tore her shirt never returned. Whether it was fear or shame, no one knew. Years later, when the bar finally closed and the story became a quiet legend, Emily's name still carried meaning. To some, she was the waitress with the Marine tattoo. To others, she was the woman who taught them respect. But her story was bigger than one night. It was a reminder that true strength doesn't shout. It doesn't intimidate. It stands firm in silence. It reminds us that the people we overlook often carry the heaviest burdens, and the deepest courage. Emily never wanted recognition. She only wanted peace. Yet when cruelty tried to strip her dignity away, it revealed something untouchable. Her story isn't just hers. It belongs to every veteran with invisible scars. Every quiet worker fighting private battles. Every ordinary, looking person carrying extraordinary strength. So the next time you see someone quiet, tired, or overlooked, remember Emily. Because behind some of the softest faces are stories powerful enough to change how we see the world.